She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bianca and welcome to my Beauty and Astrology channel, where I just talk about different parts of astrology while I get pretty. Also, if beauty or astrology interests you, then continue watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and watch my other videos, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications so you can get updated whenever I post. Yeah, I put my contacts in today, guys, so that's exciting. I can see. I also have a really crazy tan here, so if you see it in the video, please ignore. I know it's weird, but just ignore it. So we are going to be talking about Cardinal Chiron signs today. So if that interests you and you want to see how I did this real basic look, then continue watching. So let's get right into this video. Okay, so we're gonna get started talking about Chiron in the cardinal signs, but of course, you know, we're going to start off with a quick little recap of what Chiron represents. Ooh, wasting product. What Chiron represents in your chart. So exciting. I'm gonna start by saying that, like, Chiron is where we start getting into a little bit of these generational planets, even though Chiron is not a planet. Chiron is an asteroid that people do take into account in your chart. The thing is, Chiron has a kind of like a weird way of transiting the signs. Very weird. It could be due to the way that it orbits. It has an elliptical orbit. So I'm gonna insert a picture of like what the orbit looks like, and compared to like how everybody else orbits in like a circle, Chiron has a really weird orbit, which affects how long it stays in each sign. Because Chiron could be in a sign for 2 years, 4 years. In Aries and Pisces, it's in a sign for like 8 years. So Chiron isn't the type of celestial body that you look at and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that as my personality. Like, it's not a personal body, if that makes sense. It's more of a generational one, and you would want to look more into its aspects to other planets, and you would want to look at the house that it's in more so than the sign that it's in. But you know, it does have some good generalizations for the signs. But before we do that, we're just gonna recap what it represents in your chart. To be honest, I really hope that this shade fits me still, because I went and I got a tan. So hopefully it still looks good on my skin. But Chiron in your chart can represent a wound that you need to heal, something that really just plagues you. If you think in more so Greek astrology mythology, Chiron is a centaur that is plagued with a wound, and you know, he's immortal, so it's like he's still alive. The wound doesn't kill him, but he's still in pain. So it's just something that you kind of live with in pain, and it's something that you need to heal, something you heal by fully embracing it and kind of like accepting it in your life. It's gonna be also your roots of like how you work through your fears and how you work through your pain. You can look to your Chiron for that. It highlights your healing gifts, because the wound that you have in yourself, you'll be easily able to see it in other people, like when they have the same wound or when they're going through similar issues. And like you're gonna want to heal the other person too, or like help others not kind of like go through the same pain that you're going through, if that makes sense. And through this, you find out your own healing abilities and your own healing gifts. And like through healing other people and through healing yourself and embracing yourself, it's not going to be like an easy practice. It's going to be work, and it's going to tap into your spirituality, but just fully experiencing your own spirituality through trying to heal your wound and trying to accept it, you know, doing like the shadow work or whatever. That's a really quick recap on what Chiron represents in your chart. You know, if you want to get the full tea on Chiron in your chart, you can always go ahead and check out my full video on Chiron. Exciting. I will be linking that up at the top, and we can go ahead to talking about Chiron and the Cardinal. Remember, Cardinal energy has a lot to do with identity, so you're looking at wounds regarding your identity, which whatever that means to you, especially like with Aries, because Aries fire energy. Remember, fire is all about you and like who you are and your identity and your passion and getting that across. So Aries just has a lot of trouble with being unsure of yourself, like a constant identity crisis. People with Aries Chirons might feel, especially like in a spiritual sense, like who am I spiritually? And you feel like it's hard to express yourself freely just because you have that uncertainty there. It's like, who am I? And you might go through a lot of different phases trying to figure out who you are, really. To figure out who you are, you're gonna have to like really just look deep within yourself. You know, on some real like Lion King, Simba, Mufasa type.
Question is, who are you?
Ish. Like you just have to reflect and find out who you are from who you've been, just to truly find your true self. And once you like go through your healing journey, you're gonna kind of realize, hey, I'm kind of a leader. Like there's different ways that you could find yourself to be a leader, but you will be able to see your leadership abilities because Aries are great leaders. You know, that Mars energy. And the thing is, here with Aries Chiron and doing that reflection of who you are and learning how you're a leader, you can lead other people to start their own healing journeys and start leading them to heal their own wounds, whether their wounds are an uncertainty of self, whatever it is, you know. And you're gonna want to teach people how to discover their true selves, even if that's not their wound, even though they may not have like Aries Chiron. People go through midlife crises and then identity crises all the time. So you might be like a self-help coach, just helping people really remember who they are, or like doing the work to figure out who they are if they never knew. But yeah, so there's that with Aries Chiron. We can go ahead to Cancer Chiron. And Cancer, you know, that's a very emotional identity. So there could be this wound or this fear of not having your emotional needs met, not having your basic needs met, you know, being nurtured and being able to nurture others. Those are the emotional needs that you want to meet, and that's really your emotional identity, nurturing others and being able to take care of your loved one. This could end up to you being dependent and very clingy and constantly needing others to support you. And it's like here, it's like you feel like no love is enough. Like you always want more and more and more, because you feel like if you don't have an excess, all of a sudden you're gonna be without. If you don't have an excess of love and nurturing and attention, all of a sudden you're just gonna lose it all, kind of thing. So you have a fear of that, to kind of ensure that you get the love and care that you want and need. You may find yourself constantly nurturing other people, constantly taking care of other people, and constantly giving to others, because you feel like, oh, if I'm giving to you, like, of course you're gonna give to me. And you feel like you can't stop. Like, you could be sick, dog sick, but you feel like you have to continue to take care of other people, because if you don't, then that's it. They're gonna stop caring about you, and you don't want that. They're gonna stop providing you with what you need, and you don't want that. So like here with that, you're gonna want to look at these fears, these survival fears. At the end of the day, being nurtured and nurturing others is part of your survival. Like, you need your parents to nurture you, to grow. You need your parents to feed you, keep a roof over your head, make sure there's clothes on your back, make sure you're good, you know? These are what I mean by nurturing people. And it's kind of like you have to take a step back and just look at these fears that you have of not having your needs met. And through that, just kind of realizing, hey, why was I ever fearful? Like, my needs have been met throughout my whole life. Why do I feel like I need so much, you know? It's kind of just realizing that there's an abundance in the universe. Because remember, Cancers also have that water energy. Cancers have that water energy, and it's just like you have an innate connection with spirituality. Water is very connected to spirituality, and you are going to want to use that. Sorry, gotta add a little bit more here. I might stop letting my concealer sit so long. I do not think that Miss Fenty was meant for that, you know? So here with Cancer, you're gonna wanna realize and learn through spirituality and tapping into your spirituality that you are connected to the universe, and that your needs will somehow always be met. That you don't need to like go out of your way to ensure that, you know? And you don't have to have that fear that they won't be met. And that you can understand that you can meet your own needs. You don't need somebody else to fulfill that for you. You can do it on your own. Is essentially what you're going to want to learn here. You can teach that to others. Teach others to not fear that they will go without and that they will lack something. That's that on Cancer Chirons. We can go ahead to Libra Chirons here. Libra Chirons, your identity, your personal identity is kind of found through one-on-one relationships. That's how you determine who you are and like what your identity is, through one-on-one relationships, through partnerships and stuff like that. There might be an issue here with that. There might be a wound that you need to heal with your, I hate saying one-on-one relationships so many times, but yeah, that's what I want to say. You might have problems with your one-on-one relationships here. Just how you relate to others might be your wound that you have to heal, where maybe it's hard for you to keep personal boundaries up. People kind of just trample over your personal boundaries, so it's like they're bleeding into you, you're bleeding into them, like, and you know, you may find that it's hard for you to keep balance, you know, that balance that Libra energy really wants. You may find that it's hard to keep balance, it's hard to keep harmony in your relationships, whereas you either kind of bark and go down people's throats and you're like the dominating factor, or you're letting other people really bark down your throat and just dominate you. And it's just you kind of just reflecting on yourself and figure out what are your personal boundaries. Because I think that's also something, because like how can you enforce your boundaries if you don't even know what they are to begin with? So that could be something that you have to sit there and reflect on. And then once you kind of figure out what your boundaries are, okay, how am I going to enforce these? How am I going to keep this going, you know? Like, okay, they overstep my boundaries. What am I gonna do about it? Kind of thing. It's not just good to have boundaries. It's also good to figure out what you're gonna do if somebody does overstep that. We're going to just quickly set everything. This video is going by pretty quickly, guys. You shouldn't put too much stock into this. Like, you shouldn't, like, it's more important to look at your Chiron aspects and the house Chiron is in than the sign. So like that's the only reason why this is going by really quick. I do not have my oh no, I didn't do my nose. I didn't do my nose. I didn't set my nose. Oh my gosh. I'm a monster. Why didn't you guys tell me? Making it look like it got a little boop at the top here. You know, like a Dr. Seuss Who, like a Who from Whoville type nose. That's the type of nose I like. It's a little upturned boop. We are going to go ahead and spray. And that's that on the face. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera just because, you know, I can't even talk while I do it anyway, and I do my brows really regular most of the time. So I'll be right back. We're going to finish off Libra and then we're going to talk about Capricorn. Okay, so I'm back. I did my brows and I lied. I did switch something up. Instead of using concealer under my eye, I just used my foundation. But that's the only change. That's it. And we're gonna do winged liner today again because I never anticipated myself liking it so much. So here we are. And we are going to continue the conversation of Libra Chirons. So here you just want to reflect on how you can have healthier relationships with people. Relationships where you guys don't cross each other's boundaries but still maintain a balance and harmony without over compromising yourself. So with Libra, it's very clear on like how you would help others, like kind of get to the same point as you when it comes to relationships and understanding that, hey, we're both our own individual people, you know, and it's good to have boundaries, and we should have boundaries, you know. You'll really just enforce that in your relationships once you put in that work. So that being said, that's all I had to say about Libra Chiron. We can go ahead to Capricorn Chiron. So, you know, Capricorn Chiron here, of course, it's here there's a wound with like security and your physical, making sure you have enough. Here there's that same fear of lacking like with Cancer, but here it's more so lacking financially. And the problem here is that Capricorn is an earth sign, so it's harder for you to want to look into your spirituality, just because that's more so I don't want to say it's an abstract thing, but it's not something that you can touch and taste and feel. And Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, a very physical planet, it's really about that physicality, being in that physical mindset, you know. Here it's also responsibility. Responsibility is also a wound that you may have to heal, whether it's you feel like you're responsible for everybody or you lack personal responsibility. It's a toss-up. It can really go either way. Gonna want to look at the placements here. Not the placements. You want to look at your aspects here to determine which way it would go. So you may not feel responsible for your actions or your choices. I'm trying to do something cute for y'all, but this color won't let me be great. I'm telling you, you really gotta figure out the right water to liner ratio. So here you're really going to want to reflect and learn what's your responsibility and what is not your responsibility here, because you're not responsible for everybody else. You can only be responsible for your actions, what you do and what you don't do. Okay, your actions, your choices, that is all you can be responsible for. And you know, Capricorn here, you may end up helping people and taking responsibility for people to the point where they can't even take responsibility for themselves and their own actions. So you might want to not do that. There could also be a same fear here where you feel like you will go without. You feel like you will end up lacking something and being without the material possessions you seek. There is a fear of poverty here, or not being able to provide for yourself here. And you do have to kind of take that same Cancer route and just remember that there is an abundance here, abundance in the world. You are connected to the universe. Your needs will always be met. And you also just have to learn to accept responsibility and teach others and help others to accept their own. You know, don't sit there and just take it upon yourself to accept theirs. Teach them, hey, you did this. These are the consequences of your actions. You have to face that. No one else can face that for you because no one else did it. You're the only one who did that. So with that being said, that's all that I had to say about Cardinal Chiron signs. That's pretty much the end. I will be talking more about Chiron in the sense of the house that it's in later on. Just gotta wait for that video to come out, y'all. Okay, I'm starting to think that the yellow just sucks. So let me zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see more. I don't know why I didn't do that before. But so from now on, it's just me trying to do this wing liner, and we'll try and speed it up because I can see that it's going to take me a hot minute. We're gonna go to this damn orange now before I stress myself out beyond belief. Because the orange last time really worked out for me. I had wanted to do something else with the eyeliner, not just wing it out, but y'all see the way that things are going. So I'm not gonna try and stress myself out. I'm doing something else. We're going to stick to what we know in this moment. Ooh. Oh, messed up. Fixed it. Kinda. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix this up off camera because it's taking a long time, and I will be right back to sign off. So I'm back, guys, and this is the finished look. I will zoom you guys in a little bit just to see what I did. Just a simple little liner and trying to be a little fancy. Okay, so that is it for this look, and overall that is it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and since you got to the end of this video, then I know that you enjoyed it because duh. So you might as well go ahead and check out my other videos and go ahead and like, comment on those, and don't forget to like and comment on this one as well. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post. And don't forget to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel and to watch my videos. So I think that's all I had to say, and I will see you guys next time.